Good afternoon, members of the council. My name is Nick Rizzio, and I'm a resident of downtown Pittsburgh. I'm speaking today on behalf of Pro Housing Pittsburgh, an organization that advocates for housing abundance and affordability in our great city. Anyone who has recently tried to buy or rent a home in Pittsburgh knows that there are simply not enough housing options available in our city. Cutthroat competition for limited homes has pushed prices out of reach for many of our city's residents, and especially for our most vulnerable neighbors. Pro Housing Pittsburgh strongly supports today's proposed legislation, Bill 1579, which will uniformly reduce minimum lot size requirements and unlock more affordable housing opportunities all across our city. It is hard to overstate how difficult it is to build more housing in Pittsburgh under our current minimum lot size rules. Our city forbids new homes from being built if the plot of land is not large enough. We estimate that in most residential districts in our city, over half of these several thousand residential lots currently cannot legally support any homes at all because of minimum lot sizes.
I've made an effort to come here today because I think this is one of the most important things that we can do to make housing more affordable in the city of Pittsburgh. Right now, we've basically made it illegal to build affordable housing, and especially when you consider the fact that minimum lot sizes were invented quite literally to segregate our cities. The lots, land is one of the most expensive pieces of any building, and when you require a certain amount of land, you essentially put a floor at how affordable that housing can be. By getting rid of that minimum lot size, you are undoing the racial segregation that we placed onto our city. So I really urge you to pass this quickly. We've already wasted too much time, and we've pushed too many of our neighbors, especially neighbors of color, especially our black neighbors, out of the city by forcing people to build houses on lots that are bigger than they need. So this is just one step to making these changes, or making the housing more affordable for everyone who wants to live here. And that's not just for me, that's for everyone who lives here right now. That's for everyone who wants to live here in the future.
This bill to reform minimum lot sizes in the city goes a long way to make more density in my neighborhood and other neighborhoods possible. Density supports local businesses, it supports schools, and it supports public transit. But most compellingly, this bill partially legalizes neighborhoods like mine that could not be built today.
For me, this is about freedom. Freedom to own a home of the size that you prefer, even if that's small. Freedom from maintaining extra land you don't want or need. Minimum lot sizes run counter to our city's goal of a climate-friendly, vibrant, walkable city. We should let people who want to live in smaller, denser neighborhoods do that. Unfortunately, my neighborhood, this bill doesn't quite go far enough to unlock more housing, but still, this legislation is a step in the right direction to removing unnecessary barriers to homeownership in our city.
More importantly, on my street, there are 2 empty lots where a home once stood, but tragically burned down and partially burned down the next house. Due to the square foot requirement, rebuilding a duplex or other similar style of building or housing is impossible on these parcels. These vacant lots now sit unused, and that's a missed opportunity, not just for the block, but for the community as a whole. I believe this zoning change would better reflect the real character and history of our neighborhood. It would bring homes like mine into compliance and allows those vacant lots to be restored in a way that fits the existing community fabric and potentially promote gentle housing density.
I want to emphasize that this bill does not go far enough. Minimum lot sizes have long been used as an exclusionary tool to keep housing prices artificially high and to discriminate against the poorer members of our society. They were initially used as a substitute for explicitly racially segregationist language in zoning after the Supreme Court ruled in 1917, Buchanan versus Worley, that such explicit racial language was unconstitutional. For more on this background, please see The Color of Law by Richard Rothstein. Minimum lot sizes were not regulated by the city of Pittsburgh until 1923. Half of our housing supply is pre-World War II. Any inclusion of minimum lot sizes whatsoever in the zoning code is a racist holdover and ought to be expunged. This bill reduces some minimum lot sizes and eliminates others. That's a step in the right direction, but we ought to go the distance and eliminate minimum lot sizes altogether.